bring the American people together.
A divided country is a weak country.
Trying to move an agenda forward, heal the country a little bit after a very emotional and divisive election.
A house divided cannot stand.
It's obvious when we look at today's media how politically divided the country is, and as we approach the next presidential election, tensions are peaking higher than ever. However, the next generation of voters remain mostly uninvolved in political-centric activities or outward discussion. Do they wish to become involved in the political process? Are they aware of the strong political divide in the country? To answer these questions, I sat down with a few willing participants and asked them about what political issues mattered the most to them, how they see this political division in their daily lives, and what they think we can do to mend the country's division.
This is incredibly divisive and has lowered the bar for what future presidents will face.
Identify with the Republican Party.
Democratic. Conservative Republican.
Anyone who knows me knows that I identify pretty hardly with the Democrats.
I don't like to identify with a political party, but much more political beliefs.
The Democratic Party.
I'm pretty concerned with the issues that I can kind of relate to as a teenager, and one of them is gun control.
Climate change, government taking opinions where they shouldn't be.
Term limits is another big one.
The economic status of the world right now.
Gun control laws, abortion laws.
Probably the wealth gap, affirmative action, and women's rights to choose.
And immigration.
Like, there are certain political issues that I can't contribute a complete argument to because it doesn't necessarily affect me. But I do like to have a say in, like, abortion and stuff, regardless of how it affects me.
Automation in the workforce, Medicare.
To be honest with you, I know I'm pretty diehard conservative, but I'm not a huge fan of it, honestly. I'd rather have just a country all for one for all type of thing.
I see this political division as a conversation that is really hush. Like, no one likes to talk about it because it does center a lot of arguments.
I see a lot of it. I feel like in JHS more than other schools.
Mainly just on the news stuff, I guess you could see. Not much in my daily life, really.
There is 100% undoubtedly political division at JHS.
In some cases.
I think that there is a division, but I think we do a pretty good job of respecting each other's opinions.
Like, I've had instances where people don't talk to me ever again because of my political views.
There's a lot of separation based on background.
Really, I think it comes from the parents.
I believe it stems from parents, but also how involved they are in the media.
You know, and I can't say every kid, because there's a lot of kids that come from a Democrat house that become Republican.
Social media, Instagram, half the time, it's just people believing what other people say.
Definitely differences in upbringing and in culture.
I think the division stems from, well, because of people like to lock themselves in with the left or right beliefs, which is why I don't like to do that, because I don't want to be, stuck.
An unwillingness to listen to each other.
You talk to a Democrat and they're like, yeah, we need to come together, but it all needs to be Democrat. And Republicans like, yeah, we need to all come together, but it all needs to be Republican.
It's really hard to get a middle ground.
I don't know if there's really anything.
Hundreds and hundreds of years of American history, there has been one party typically that's in charge of both the House and the Senate and the presidency, but we're starting to see that we have a very big rift in between those different pieces of government.
I think there's a lot of issues with fake news that feeds into the political division.
I think the closed-mindedness of people is a big issue with that. I think if people could actually talk and compromise with things, it could actually work.
I think we just need to remember at the end of the day that we're all human beings. We need to talk to each other like we're human beings.
Wherever you go, there's going to be that political division.
But the divide between this city and the rest of the country is at least as bad. And it seems to get worse every year. So together, let's take some steps to fix that.